Hello. Please enjoy the tools, everybody. Also, I see Tuxie is in here. Hello, Tuxie. Thank you for dropping by. I wish it was the stream dying. It was my fat-ass finger. I put my hands down on this thing and bumped it into my keyboard, which is sitting up, and I hit a hotkey that starts and stops stream, so I'm going to need to change that hotkey. But today we are trying to get Lilith to the beast, and we already have a curse, so we're going to see how that goes. Hello, Valkyrie. Oh yeah, Tux, I was gonna tell you, I just, not too, god damn it, no. I came back from Can Iron not too long ago, which is like the biggest blacksmithing conference in Canada. That was interesting. I don't know if you're, Tux, I don't know if you're part of my Discord. If you are, the pictures are in pictures.
Friends till the end.
Yes, I did. I quite enjoy it, actually. It's an interesting way to segregate stuff using nothing but ash. Though my curious question is, would some of that ash would break down over time unless there's absolutely no microbial like activity in your world? Which I mean is possible in a post-apocalyptic world. But zero microbial activity would also mean, ooh, that means I can double him too, can't I? So we're gonna get him. So my personal thoughts are, I think that some of your areas should slowly become dirt. Personally, they should become some form of not even fertile ground, but some way that ground can become dirt, essentially, or earth. Oh man, and it gives you a different dude, too, when you double it. That's actually pretty awesome. The desert? Yeah, because you've got two, right? You've got the one that has the ancient ruins and one that has the ever-burning fires. With the ever-burning fires and cacti. So there's a thing... The only thing that I think of is the ever-burning fires wouldn't totally make sense. Because they'd need to be running off of some sort of fuel. And I know you've got gas pockets in there that might be, like, fueling them. But they wouldn't create a blanket of fire. It would create more of, like a column of fire, almost like a geyser, but it would burn up really quickly. Gas is one of those things that exothermically reacts very, very at an extremely high rate. So like it wouldn't be, oh yeah, like it'll burn for a little while. It would be like it burns for 0.2 seconds at an explosive rate. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like gas itself, if it reaches the right air mixture, like air to gas mixture of any type of gas, it will just flat out explode violently. So one of the things, like, but see, that could be something that you write in there, is if the creatures are creating the gas, if they ever don't create gas, or like their gas production slows down in some way, shape, or form, I don't know, a mass die-off of the species, something like that, it would turn the ever-burning, like, fire from an ever-burning fire into essentially just a ticking time bomb of explosion. Move. There we go. So yeah, that's just something to consider, but it's not a super crazy aspect. Also, I got to see something really interesting yesterday. I was out at my parents' place, out at the farm, for supper, and we got to see a really cool insect. They're called a hummingbird hawk moth. Go and look them up. They're really, really cool. They're a moth that acts like a hummingbird. Those are SU.
Friends till the end.
I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. And they're big too. They're like this big. Please enjoy the tools of the forge, Valkyrie. It's because I'm driving, lol. Nah, it's all good. Dude, if you're driving, fucking pay attention to... Oh, God. Okay, how does this work with this? Okay, but if I do this... Oh my God, I get 2 of them? Oh, that's a mess. That is gonna be interesting. But I think I'll be able to do it because my other follower... Gotta continue reading some fanfiction. I will return later. Alrighty. I was gonna say, yeah, dude, pay attention to the road, please. Like... It's both one of my favorite items and one of my least favorite items. Because it does let me sit, like, 9 miles away from the enemies in a big room. My only problem with it is usually how slow it is. Yeah, the speed can be horrific. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Dead immediately. And I mean, I did kind of guess that was going to happen. I'm not very good with Ludo. Especially in situations like that. Okay, we're just going to walk over here. Brimore Tech, yeah, it's fantastic. It's true. But you need to get one of those two things first. I love this item, though. Why did I get 2 keys from killing them? Did we have 2 champions that drop keys? Oh yeah, that sucks. That is true, that does suck. Curse of Blind Ludo sucks. You know, I've been converted. My partner drinks brown sugar lattes instead of, like, maple syrup or another type of syrup latte. And goddamn, I have been converted. Man, I am playing this horribly. True, it is. Yeah, there's some tit for tat scenarios with Ludo. Like, sometimes it can be super good, and then sometimes it can be, like, super shitty. Just down all of my coffee at once. Holy Jesus! Hi, Tuxie! Down it again, coward! God damn, man! Hello! Hello, everybody! Welcome to my channel. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Tux, for the raid. Jesus Christ. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Daddy Grim. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Good lord. Jesus Christ, thank you for the follow, Twisted Chook. Thank you for the follow, Adorable Mute. Soliciting?
Where's my hug at? Where's my hug at?
Whale, what? Oh, Moonglow, why? Why are you making me go get the whale right now? I will be right back, everybody. I need to go and get the whale. Okay, I have the whale now, and now I need to try and fucking play the game. God damn it.
Love me.
Now I gotta try and play the game while using the whale, while the whale is sitting on my lap. For everyone who does not know him, this is Lord Samington III, the Lord of Serotonin. He's massive. Like, a lot of people don't seem to totally understand. This big bitch is about 4 feet across. Sure, I want to see something neat. Jesus. Well, I suppose I should do a bit of an introduction to myself. Real quick, so just give me 2 seconds. Hey, abracadabra! Thanks so much, Tuxie! Thank you for the Prime subscription. Okay, I'm gonna switch scenes here real quick and do my introduction. Hello, I am the Sooty Raven. I mostly stream Binding of Isaac and Dead Cells, and am hoping to slowly work towards being able to stream my blacksmithing. I am also a blacksmith. That is my main job. And if anyone has any questions about blacksmithing, I will be doing the shoutout, yes. And if anyone has any questions about blacksmithing, feel free to ask them in chat. I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities. I am still learning, though that's kind of a weird space to be. Simply because I've been doing it for 12 years. So I've done a lot of learning, but there is still a lot of stuff that I don't know, which is why I like getting questions, because then it makes me think about things. That might actually be changing right away, Tuxie. I might be building a new foraging area. But thank you. 2 seconds. Oh my god. Nope, I didn't like it. Do you use a kiln as well? No. I would love to get... There's a specific type of kiln called an even heat kiln. That are... How do I put it? They're basically an oven. Yes, the kiln is ceramic. Yes, thank you, Tuxie. I'm a dumbass. For those of you who do not know as well, I know Tuxie. I've known Tuxie for quite a while, actually. I've also known them in real life. So, I am not going to take anything that he says very seriously. Dickhead. Yes, Valkyrie? How are you doing? Also, just as a point of fact to everyone who just rated in, something that I think is super cool. You guys have smashed my watch record. Yeah, you can get the fuck out of here, sir. I love when I do this and then I get a bot immediately. You guys have smashed my watch record by about 20 people. So, thank you for that. A whole lot. Sometime we like to watch. Speaking of, send me your free time schedule. I love it. Yeah, no, definitely, my dude. I'm super busy kind of this week, and then after that I should be much, much less busy. That's very possible, depending on how hot the planet is. Because if the surface of the planet is close to like 600, 700, 800 degrees, then yes, there would be chunks of ceramic. My guess is where some of the fire is. I'm gonna dip, I just did a 10-hour stream. Dude, go the fuck to sleep. I know, I saw your go live notification when I was going to bed last night. Raid, run, go take a goddamn shower, and sleep, my guy. All you raiders that were in his chat, please tell me you guys have been making the goofball at least slightly take care of himself. Make him drink water. Lots of it. Bully him into drinking water. It's good for him. But again, thank you so much for the raid, Tuxie. And I will see you relatively soon, I think. Yeah, I make him hydrate almost every time I go there. Oh, man. But yes, welcome, guys. We're playing The Binding of Isaac today. If any of you are not familiar with this game, it is essentially a roguelite dungeon crawler where we just run around and we try and essentially beat Satan. That is essentially what we're doing. We are trying to, right now, make it to the Beast, which is one of the alternate pathways that you can go. The fun part about this game is it is completely randomized. It is completely randomly generated, so every bit of item drop, every single consumable drop, everything is randomized. So I never get the same. I just got Fate out of a chest. I just got Flight out of a chest. I feel like I'm missing some of the conversation. There are places where ceramic is present, but it's not quite the same as ceramic that we use in stuff like tile. Would that be just because it's unrefined? I think it would more do because of... I think it would more have to do with it being not heated to the correct temperatures. So ceramics actually requires an extremely specific temperature regulation for it to become true, like, ceramic that we think of as something that we like eat and drink out of. Whereas, like, unrefined ceramic or ill-heated ceramic is more crumbly. It can be much more crumbly with small spots that have managed to get to the right temperature consistency just out of sheer dumb luck. Yeah, exactly. Temperature regulation on how fast it's heated and cooled is extremely important. The only reason I know this is I have a couple friends that are potters, and they talk a lot about temperature regulation. The irony also to answer one of Valkyrie's questions is I do technically own a kiln, or I think it was Valkyrie's question. If it wasn't Valkyrie, I apologize to whoever asked the question. I do own a kiln. I do own a pottery firing kiln because my... What in the ever-loving fuck is that item? I've never seen this item before. Lil Portal. It hungers. Thank you for the Lurk Moonglow. Please enjoy the forge and all the tools. Nice. How effective would it be as a weapon? Unrefined ceramic, not very effective at all. It's extremely crumbly. It's almost kind of like sand. Like, that's kind of the best way to put it. Again, the guy that I told you to go and watch, Primitive Technology, he does a really good demonstration on on what happens when you misheat ceramics or clay. It just kind of becomes crumbly. As a projectile, it could be used, at that point in time, though, if you're using something like that as a projectile, you'd almost be better using, like, rock salt. Rock salt is probably much more prevalent in your world, like where you live. Because rock salt can form in, like, big giant chunks. And rock salt hurts like a bitch. Yeah, at certain speeds and at certain power levels, it could definitely be a very good projectile, but it could also be an extremely dangerous projectile because it could just shatter. I don't know if you're using gunpowder for your world. Also, I'm going to ask this question to all of chat. Anyone who wants to answer, please feel free to. This is a question that I tend to ask a lot. I've asked it over the last 2 days, and it's something that I find really, really interesting to talk about. But what is your favorite or most interesting astrological phenomenon? So, like, one of mine that I really love is what happens and what we feel when two black holes collide with each other, and you get some absolutely insane ripples through space-time that can be felt, like, on Earth. Like, it happened last year or the year before where two supermassive black holes collided with each other. Like, billions and billions and billions of light years away from us. And our Richter scales on Earth felt it. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, porcelain would work better as a projectile. Oh my god, guys. Well, chat, you guys get to meet somebody else, too. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, God. Ugh. I now have a cat and a whale. Yes, hello. You were just screaming at me to come up here. Are you wanting to come down now? The sun and stars are super interesting cosmic reactions because they're essentially just a continuous ongoing explosion. Like, they are the craziest exothermic reaction, like, ever. And it's just wild to me. And, like, the scale of some stars is mind-boggling to me. Like, if you ever see, like, one of those, like, goofy scales of, like, the Earth to the Sun sort of scale, and then you... Ow! Your claws are sharp. And then you, like, zoom out and you see the scale of, like, the largest observable star that we have, and it makes our sun... Yeah. Like... And it makes our sun look like a fucking grain of sand. It's just like, that just hurts my brain. My cat is now abusing Sammy. Go. This is Cheeto, by the way. Cheeto is our little calico cat. And now I get to try and play this game with my arms above my head so that the cat... I did not know that. That is actually extremely interesting, Valkyrie. Oh my god. I am trying to play the game with a cat and a whale. Gonna play this freaking game with my controller above my head. My cat has learned that hands give pets. Again, that is also something I did not know. That's actually super interesting as well. Ursa. Okay, Cheeto, I love you. I love you dearly, but you gotta go down. Because you are clawing the shit out of my legs. Whew, I can breathe. Oh! I also just thought of this, and I apologize, but I'm going to fix a problem real quick. Or not a problem. I'm going to show something real quick. Because I didn't do this when I first came in. For those of you still in chat that remember me saying I was a blacksmith, this is what I do. I make chef's knives. So this is a chef's knife made out of high carbon steel and wrought iron. And I got the wrought iron from a buddy. Hello, cat. And I got the wrought iron from a buddy of mine that does deep sea recovery, essentially. Yeah, so the wrought iron is what causes this patterning in here. Thank you for the follow, Yersa. Well, and see, so most animals like cats and dogs, do not have all the same cone receptors that we do, like cone and rods receptors for light that we do. So we ended up being very, very good at picking out the color red. Because, think about it, a lot of fruits that we would have been looking at or trying... Hello, she's petting my hair. My cat is petting me. I don't know how to get my little dude to... Ouch. Peak irony. Oh man, she does it all the time. That's how she asks to be pet, is she'll start petting you. It's adorable. But it's also really aggravating when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and she wants attention and you just feel like a paw just like drag across your face. Oh, we get Bozo! We get to be a clown now. I don't want that. Leave it behind. Ooh, that's tempting. That's really good! So for those of you who are not in the know, I just picked up an item called School Bag. School Bag allows me to have 2 active items, which can be very, 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 very broken. Especially with the character I'm playing, whose whole gimmick revolves around needing to use her active item. I also apologize for all the coughing. I need to go and grab my water bottle. Yeah, if only I had it 2 floors ago, that would have been really, really nice. Also, I should be using this. But yes. Ow, 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 ow. I took a lot of damage there. But yes, for anyone who... Actually, I guess just more of a quick question. Has anyone else played this game before? Has anyone else played Binding of Isaac before? Because it is an extremely fun game. It's an extremely long game, but it is an extremely fun. I think we're just gonna go... I played the first one. Oh my god. The first one was so much harder. The first one basically was you have to get an absolutely stupidly broken build to win. That was the plan, yeah. You're an absolute fucking demon, Yarsa. I highly recommend this one, too. Ow, ow, ow. Took me 113 hours? Dude, you don't want to know how many hours I have in this game. And I still haven't beaten it. Can we just stop with the bullet hells, please, and thank you? Respect. Yeah, that's a lot of respect there. That's not an easy game to beat. Okay, fucking stop it with the bullet hells, my guy. Please! Stain! Stop! I have close to... Yeah. I have close to a couple thousand hours, or I have 1,000 hours, I think, on this game. God damn. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go grab my water bottle. Jesus Christ. On a motorbike. Hey, Cheeto, you good? I will leave Sammy with you guys, though. Sammy, be nice to them. GGGGTG. all Tuxie had to do was... Well, I'm very thankful that you guys are sticking around. It means a lot to me. I also just had an extremely interesting experience. I walked upstairs to go and grab my water bottle, and there was some homeless dude just, like, walking around my car parked outside and, like, looking through the window. So I just, like, walked outside and I was like, can I help you? And he just fucking left, didn't say a thing to me, just, like, walked away, so I moved my car into the garage. Very random. Yeah, he was scoping. Yeah. Yeah, sadly it's pretty true. But where I live, like the area of the city. He's like, let me in, please. Where I live in, like, the city, that's not really that surprising, as much as I hate to say it. The only really kind of funny thing is, like, I don't have anything valuable in my car. Unless he wants to, you know, take one of my, like, blacksmithing shirts. Which I really don't think he wants to, because they're holier than a fucking nun. So... So what I'm doing right now, so this is a trinket. These little items get to hold on to, like, I get to hold on to. Yes. It is sadly very true that that can sometimes happen. I have dealt with it, though. I have dealt with it on more than one occasion, sadly. Anyway, no, you were talking about blacksmithing, or you were asking about blacksmithing originally. I'm gonna just leave and... Perfect. That gives me health. I needed that health, thank you. However, yeah, so blacksmithing. That is mainly what I do. Right now I feel like I need to get a license to carry. I live in Canada. I can't do that. Yeah, getting a license to carry isn't super hard in the States. I think it's getting concealed carry that's a little bit more difficult. Alright, ladies, I gotta go. Love the chat, love the stream. Got to actually work now. Have a good one, everyone. Have a good one, Cole. I hope you have a good time. But yeah, so if anyone is interested, I do blacksmithing. Mostly I make chef's knives. I have done a lot of smaller, like, jewelry work as well in the past. Yes, they do. We do share a lot of very similar laws with Scandinavia and, like, the surrounding countries. Like that. Hunting guns? Yes, I have a lot of hunting guns. But most of mine are practically antique, so... those have some weird kind of fun restrictions on them. Because there's a good chance that they also explode when I try and shoot them, so... Yes, and, like, that's the thing. So it depends on where you live. So, like, you can own guns, but not necessarily carry them. I have heard you got a big raid. My ass is not here often enough to be the only mod. You need to mod Moon. I plan to, but the reason I haven't modded Moon is because Moon is usually streaming when I stream. But everyone that came in has been really, really wonderful. I've had no need to hand out ban hammers or timeouts or anything like that. It's been really wonderful. Everyone coming from Tuxie's community has been an absolute blast. Also to the rest of the chat, this is Panda. Panda is one of the Raccoon Gang. There's 3 of us. There is me, Panda, and Moonglow System. Moonglow System is another VTuber streamer. Bots take all the hammers. They don't break any bones. Yeah. Blacksmithing is an art. Yes. So here's something really interesting, actually. This is something that I learned. So where I live in Canada, blacksmithing is considered an art form. We are the 3 dumbass raccoons. Yes, we are. Blacksmithing where I live is considered an art form. However, in parts of Europe, specifically like Ireland, it's still considered a trade. So like in Canada, we have something called like a Red Seal trade, which is like a welder or a plumber or... Oh, you are here. Hello, Moon. Yeah, you can really tell the difference between a cheap sword and a really well-made sword. Oh, god damn it. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is like my least favorite enemy of all time. Mostly because he can be invincible for like more than half of the fight. So whenever he's all bandaged up like this, I physically cannot hit him. The difference is the time. The difference is also the materials. So one thing that you really need to look for if you are planning on buying a sword, knife, anything, is look at the type of steel it is made out of. So the biggest one that I always tell people is if you ever see like something like 440 stainless steel on it, 440 stainless steel is a is stamped stainless steel. So they basically just take a die, like a die cutter, and stamp out the knife and then just heat treat it. And the heat treating will not be very well done. It'll just be quickly run through an oven and soaked in oil to heat treat, which is really not good to do. You're gonna lurk because you're hopping on Terraria? Alrighty. I will scream if I need your help, but my guess is I'm not going to need too many things. Give me 1 second. I need to fix something. There we go. Stuff is fixed. Oh, I have a sword! Yes, you now have a sword. I don't really know. I think I agree with like 80% of the way, but most people don't buy swords to use them. They buy them to hang up. To have to look cool, honestly. So the material may not matter as much as the general consumer. Yes, that is true. And that's one of the things that, like, I, as a knife maker, need to consider. Because I usually tend to try and ask people, like, hey, what are you planning on using this for? Like, I don't make swords, right? But even with, like, chef's knives, like, I've had a couple people that, like, they don't cook. Like, this is gonna sound really, really stupid, and I know that, Tuxie would have an absolute shit fit if he heard this. Just him enjoying cooking. But I've literally had people ask me to make them chef's knives just to fill a block in their kitchen because they themselves don't cook. They have a private chef. So they don't actually use any of the knives in their kitchen, but they want their kitchen to look lived in. So they'll literally commission me to make chef's knives that they're never going to use. They're just going to sit in a block. Which to me is just wild. Rich people problems. No, seriously. So, like, one of the biggest things is, like, if that's the case, I usually just use mild steel to make the knife, because I can sharpen it, and it will hold an edge for a little while, but it won't stand up to any sort of abuse. And that's the biggest thing, is, like, it needs to be able to stand up to abuse. Like, for me, personally, if you get one of my chef's knives, you should only have to sharpen it maybe once every 3 months if you're using it properly. Like, if you are using it constantly, then you should only have to sharpen it maybe once every 3 months. That is kind of like the dogma that I try and stand by. I also use high carbon steel for my chef's knives. I don't use stainless steel, which scares a lot of people because you need to take care of high carbon steel a lot more. Can't throw it in a dishwasher. You need to immediately dry it. Rich people problems. No, it's so true. Which is really sad. Burp. Something's wrong. Yes, and like that's the biggest thing for me too, is I'm very much a traditionalist. So if someone asks me to make them a sword and they just want kind of something to hang on the wall, like I understand that I can just make it out of mild steel, but it hurts so much. As someone who is an artisan and a craftsman and knows how to make swords and knives properly, it really, really sucks because you don't get to use any of your experience or any of your knowledge to do those things. I'm that way with cars. Ow, 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 ow. I'm assuming you work on cars then a lot, Ursa. Or Ursa? Is your name a play on words for Ursa? As in like Ursa Minor and Ursa Major, as in the bears? And again, I'm not a mechanic by trade, but I'm extremely OCD and I hypertune sports cars within my own friend groups. Dude, that's awesome. You would enjoy this actually. So I have an older 1997 Acura Integra that I swapped the engine out of. Ursa would be correct pronunciation. Okay. That I swapped the engine out of. I swapped a K22 series out of a Prelude into it. That shit goes. That shit goes zoom. It was really fun. Oh, that's really cool. Check on you during my BRBs. I figured you did like come by and say hi and stuff, but yes. I also don't want to, like, just interrupt your stream, Moon. God damn it. Oh, good. Now they make more little bastards that do the same thing. Stop that. No, that's all good. So the car information that I was saying is I have a 1997... Acura Integra that I took the old engine out of because the old engine was destroyed, and I swapped a K22 out of a Prelude into it. Yeah, that was it. It goes real good, but more recently the alternator froze up, so it's not letting the engine turn over, so I need to replace the alternator. From John Battle Ready. It's a razor. Exactly, and that's one of the biggest things too that a lot of people don't realize is like if you're using knives, swords, anything, you do need to take care of them. Like a proper chef's knife that you are maintaining. Oh, it was a super fun. Well, and like that's the thing though is like I don't know if you've ever worked with Acuras or like Japanese cars, but they're fucking adult Lego. Like, genuinely. Like, I can take the engine out of almost any Acura sports car and throw it in a different Acura sports car. You own an Evo? Evos are super fun. Old school Evos are so fun. What I really want to do to that car, though, and you can do it, you can buy a kit that allows you to Frankenstein the top end of a B16B onto the bottom end of a K22 series engine, so you get the low-end power of a Prelude, and you get the VTEC of a B16B, which is just hilarious. Oh, Parasitoid. That's also a really awesome item. Yeah, I get the ultimate unicorn power from the B16B. I love it. But yes, yeah, no, working with swords and knives, you end up needing to learn how to take care of things a lot more than you think you do. And one of the biggest things that I learned has to do with alloys, actually. So, like, if you have a high carbon steel that has a lot of chromium in it, it's more rust resistant, but it also will not heat treat very well. It'll not heat treat at the same temperatures. And you can crack it very easily. It just takes a lot of practice, dude. Like learning about cars is just kind of an ADHD rabbit hole that you just need to be willing to just, like, dive down. Which really sucks to say, because, you know, it's a lot of time. But the only reason I really know anything about cars is because I lived on a farm. And I spent most of my life learning how to fix old vehicles because we had to. Whoa! But yeah, it's a super interesting time. And it's a really fun hobby. It's an expensive hobby. It can be a very, very, very expensive hobby. But it is very, very fun. I really, really, really enjoy being able to fix cars. When I have the time and means. $19.98 super... Oh, man, those transmissions are super cool. A really nice size snail custom intake. Custom exhaust, better wiring, and pulls over 16... Jesus! That's scary. 1600 horsepower. Is that at crank, or is that at Oh fuck, I forgot I might just need to give myself remote. Is that at crank, or is that at rear tires or all tires, cuz it's a Mazda. In a rally car is crazy. Dude, in a rally car, that's fucking terrifying. That's not crazy. That's just terrifying. It's all-wheel drive. Yeah, so it's at all tires. 1600 horsepower at all tires is fucking terrifying. Mitsubishi! Yep. So this is one of the first final bosses that you get to. This is Mother, or Mother's Foot, technically. Yes, Cheeto, what would you like? I'm assuming you want to be fed is what you're after. But to get to Beast, I need to get out of this room, and it soft locks you into this... Ow! It soft locks you into this room. So I'm gonna need to just cheat a little bit and teleport myself out, because I did not. 2007 Mitsubishi Evo X. Oh, that's a nice car. Is it just me, or does anyone else love the stupid bug eyes of some of the older Mitsubishis? Like the bug eye headlights? Ooh. Do I want Purity or Rosary? Do I want Purity or Rosary? I think I'm gonna go with Purity. And I think I'm just gonna leave. Oh, that's right. Give me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I need to give myself remote. Ah! That is the wrong remote. I just pulled a panda. Oh, why did it give me 2? Oh, because I have fucking school bag, that's why. There we go. Like, what the hell? There we go. I haven't seen those in forever. At least you weren't one hit from death, that's true. Fuck off, magic skin. How goes the beast attempt? It's going, Danny. It's going in a somewhat straight line. I love the bug. I love the bug headlights. They're so good. Because I think some Subarus had them too, didn't they? Or was it just the Evos? Get the frick frack snick snack patty whack out of here. No, I'm gonna let the leech take care of these guys. Yeah, that's a little scary. I do know a buddy that tuned a Supra, and it had like 1,500 horsepower at the rear tires. Which is just stupid. Yeah, no, you don't want to push it and end up a ball. I agree. Oh my god. Yeah, he was a scary human being. He also had, like, 0 self-preservation. Like, absolutely 0 self-preservation. Dude was a crazy human being. Alright. Go, Dark Bum. Pick up all the little hearts. So, this little guy that I've got here, he can drop items for me. And health. Yeah, and that's just insanity. Like, that shit is just crazy. Oh, fuck, I didn't want to open that. Alright, we got homing bastards. We still have an item room. I need to survive to the item room. Alright. Yeah, apologies, but going back to blacksmithing for a second. I most recently did probably one of the coolest things, in my personal opinion, in my life, which was going to one of the, I went to the largest blacksmithing conference in Canada about a week ago now, and that was one of the coolest experiences of my life. That one is quite literally made to be a high RPM drift beast, though. It is, that's true. Supras are kind of crazy, and they're really scary. Ouch. Why is the Flesh Maiden following me? They were fast as fuck for the time. Dude, they're still fast as fuck. Like, they're not as fast, but like, dude. Oh my god, scapular. Holy shit. Holy shit. If we get a sacrifice room, we can cheese it. Alright, I gotta go to the boss. Whoa! I went in the wrong direction. We just had a DC there for a second. What's going on? Nah. There we go. Got it sorted. Dang, you had a reroll machine. Yeah, I probably could have. That would have been the smart thing to do. So now we're going up. We're going to go and try and defeat the Beast and Dogma.
Just get over it.
How can you have spent our savings?
Also, slight trigger warning. For the Ascent, which is what we're doing right now, you'll hear a lot of maybe not nice things from the dialogue, so just a heads up. I will do my best to talk over it so that people do not need to hear it, but I'm going to put Sammy back because he is cooking me to death. He is very warm, so give me 2 seconds. Alright, Sammy, you can... Ugh. Ugh. Okay. But no, one of the biggest things that I've been trying to learn about blacksmithing and like relearn, I guess I should say, about specifically knife making. That's the one thing I don't like about Squishmallows is how warm they get. Honestly, I'd rather that dialogue over Dr. Eggman. Yeah, the Dr. Eggman one. Like, I understand why Panda asked for it, but goddamn, it's chaos. Jesus Christ! But one of the biggest things that I've been trying to relearn with blacksmithing is proper, like, order of operations. Because a lot of the times, I just kind of know what I want to build. Yeah. And it's true, a lot of the stuff with blacksmithing, you're limited to ideas. And one of the really cool things about, like, what I was doing, going to one of the largest blacksmithing conventions in Canada, is getting different perspectives, because a lot of the people there at that blacksmithing conference were sculptors. Like, they made sculptures. They didn't make knives or anything like that. So I gained a whole different way of thinking about how to approach things and how I could approach some of my knives even. The Hierophant, please and thank you. And it's one thing that I want to start trying to do is actually use some of that knowledge with my blacksmithing. On an off note, I also learned how to forge D20s, which was really cool. I'm absolutely dog shit at forging them right now. They end up being very, not good. But they are fun. They are very fun to make. And I want to try and get better at them so that I can actually, like, sell them. Because I think having a hand-forged D20 made out of, like, wrought iron anchor chain would be a pretty cool thing. Like a big old ship anchor chain and turning that into a D20. Pretty dope in my mind. Okay, so I have the ability to heal myself, but I don't want to go up this too quickly. Oh, good. This enemy will always, like, fucking tag me, no matter what I do. That enemy will always tag me. Yeah, no, it's super cool. I was gonna say, if you wanted to, by the way, Ursa, if you just type !Discord, it'll send you to my little Discord. And it is very, very little and very, very basic, so just a heads up. But there is a couple pictures from that time, from that weekend, if that is something you are interested in. Just some of the stuff that we were doing. And it's one of those things that I've been trying to, like... I've been trying to document it more, too, because my plan, in reality, is to try and start doing YouTube. The mechanic ever tells you they need car for 2 weeks to fix your transmission, they are lying. It's very true. They are very much lying. I did a whole replacement on my slave cylinder in my little Cobalt in like 3 days. Depends on which transmission. The irony of replacing a lot of that stuff, or like fixing a lot of that stuff, a lot of the time isn't even in like actually fixing the thing, it's getting the thing out. Go, little... Some cars just have it in bad spots. Dude, it's so true. Like, my Cobalt, absolutely terrible. Terrible build. Yeah, oh yeah, no. Getting transmission out of a Honda Civic, hilariously easy. All the cars that I drive, though, are stick or standard. So... little bit different, but yeah. Ow. God damn it. I really need to stop taking damage, because, like, I cannot afford to take any more damage. Like, at all. If I ever go bad in life, I'm gonna just run around and with a wrench and take them. That's a really funny, like, idea, because, like, most of the time it's like, oh, taking the catalytic converter. Nah, this man's gonna just take your fucking transmission. Sorry, I find that just such a funny idea. $100 here, $100 there, Lamau. Well, that's just a shitty room to enter. Okay. I'm happy that Lil Horn can give me, or Dark Bum. Dark Bum can give me cracked key pieces now. Also, how did I lose a health? I just realized that. How did I lose 1 whole HP? Oh, good, I'm boss. We're facing 2 boss. Bully the Monstro in the corner. Wait for the second Monstro to come by. And then bully him in a corner. Perfect, there we go. You got a health down, but oh fuck, thank you. I was like, what did I get that took my HP? That would be it. A health down pill would definitely do that. Ooh, I saw a marked rock. I saw a marked... Fuck these things. These things are so creepy, and I hate them. I hate these things. This enemy right here, specifically, I hate it with a passion, because it's just 2 enemies literally stapled together. Like, it's so fucking creepy. You rat bastard just gives me a fucking troll bomb. Oh, that bad. I have a theory that the Binding of Isaac games are just Isaac having schizophrenia or some kind of manic disorder, and this is his mind's way of coping with the abuse he has dealt. Creepy, meh, tanky, yes. Yeah. Ah, liquid. Liquid good for me. I should make a hydrate one. I really should make a hydrate one. A channel points hydrate thing. I really ought to make one of them. Hey, fucking go kill it. I didn't even get a chance to... I didn't even get a chance to see what was in the room. Go kill it, leech. Kill it. Murder it. I'm just hiding. I want the leech to kill it. Because the leech gets items. Wow, I'm so bad at this game. You're making it look so easy. Hello, Apple Turner Gaming. Dude, I am absolutely abysmal at this game. I hope you realize. I am genuinely abysmal at this game. The only reason I can make it look somewhat competent... The only reason I can make it look somewhat competent is because I have over 1,000 hours in this game. I just know all of the, like, the characters, all the enemies. Back to front, front to back, sideways, like... like, here, just for fun, let's see. How many hours do I actually have in this game? I have 1,104 hours in this game. I have too much time in this game. And I still haven't beaten it, by the way. I haven't beaten this game once. So, I don't know if that goes to show how hard the game is, or just how bad I am at the game. Oh my god. So for those of you that don't know, this little coin beggar right here is a godsend. He can just give you health. Like, he can give you a health up item. So we are going to cherish this little bastard and try and give him as much money as physically possible. In hopes that he pays out. Please pay out. Please pay out. Please pay out. Rat bastard. Ooh, that's a widow. I died a widow a lot. Not even because she's particularly difficult, just because she is annoying. Oh my god, that's 2 damage. Oh my god. This makes my life a lot freaking easier. Holy crap. Hallelujah. I've been playing Sekiro, but the Resurrection mod, Charmless, Bell Demon, oh my god. So my game is like 6 times more difficult than it normally would be, Lamau. And I think I died like 50 times in 2 hours on stream. Dude, that sucks! I do not have the patience for Souls-like, or Soulsborne games. I really love the frickin' art in them and everything. Was there a marked rock in that room? Nope. No marked rock. Thank you for keeping an eye out, though. Oh my god, there's 2 of these little bastards. Please give me coinage. Please, for the love of God, give me coinage! No! Okay, they still give me a heart at least. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the biggest problem with a lot of those like Demon Souls and Dark Souls and like all of those style of games is like I just don't have the patience to learn the attack patterns. And I find that really ironic because I play like Dead Cells, which is all about learning attack patterns. But in my defense, most of those attack patterns are pretty simplistic. On those, okay, well. It'd be cool to watch you play one now that I think a Dark Souls style game. Dude, you want to see someone get real mad real fast? That is going to be me playing one of those games. Okay, we are going into this with a fucking dream. We are going into this boss fight with 3 health, and a dream. That's all good. I love that it gives me coins now when I can't use them. Frickin' game. We unlocked Lilith. Mom's wig, that is okay. Alright. We have 2 bosses in a row that we need to beat. Okay. Here comes Dogma! Bro, I really do not got this. Okay. The only good part is I have the leeches. Ow. The leeches will just be doing constant damage. You won't touch it just because it has an easy mode? Is that what you're saying? Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay, as long as we can keep this asshole doing these attacks, we'll be okay. Oh my god! Get... Ah, shit. HP, HP, HP! Fuck. No! Fuck. I just needed more health. I just need more health. Fucking rat bastard. Didn't even get to the beast. Oh. And now we start over with no nothing. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it. Damn it, Janet. Gosh. Dang it. I need to fix a thing again. There we go. A lot of casual players love the game, but they wanted to give players a chance to have fun. That's fair. Alright, so we start over, guys. We start completely over. We got no items, no health. Let's go. We're gonna see how this goes. And the thing about Binding of Isaac is, like, a lot of the very first item that you get is kind of makes or breaks the run for you. This guy! Worm Friend! He's actually kind of useful. We're gonna go... Yes! Okay. So, the library is one of the few times I will waste a key... Waste, quote-unquote, a key. Because I become bookworm a lot of the times. See, and I both agree and disagree. So, like, Dead Cells has a different way of attacking that, and I really enjoy it. Dead Cells basically does it where, okay, you start on easy mode, right? Or, like, base mode, which is relatively difficult, but not super hard. And then, once you beat it, you unlock the next level of difficulty. And it just keeps going up. And then the final boss you can only access after you've beat all the other difficulties 100%. So you can only actually beat the game after you've, like, beat it, like, 17,000 times sort of shit. I mean, technically, it's you have to beat the game 5 times. Each with a ramping difficulty. And that's a totally fair way to think about it, Ursa. The irony of that is I own Elden Ring, and I played it for a little while. But it's not really, like, my type of game, personally. Like, I bought it because it looked interesting and it looked like fun, but it's really not my type of game. See, and that's the funny part, though, is, like, some people are really, really good at certain bosses, and some people are really terrible at other bosses, and I find that really interesting, because it just really depends on your playstyle and how you play the game. Radon was basically one-shotting everybody. Fun. Alright, so what kind of build do we want to do this time? I mean, obviously, it's completely dependent on, like, what we get. But I'm really hoping we get some, like, higher damage build. Because the last one was definitely not a high damage build. It was very much a, like, small damage. Or I could just, you know, take the clicker and just be somebody else. Ooh. That would be a really, really nice thing to have, actually. Ouch. I need to get 7 coins. So I can get even more option. Yeah, you guys are talking way, way out of my scope of understanding. I played a little bit of it. That's what Tuxie does, though. Doesn't he play a lot of Soulsborne games? Yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm not very good at them. The closest thing to a Souls game I've played outside of Elden Ring is Hollow Knight. Now, to be fair, Hollow Knight is a fucking difficult game. But it's more difficult due to platforming than anything else, I think. Give me the drugs. Drugs? Ooh, Tears Down is not good, but we got Luck Up. And we have a Mully Boom. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for killing your friend with you. Sense of humor. So if it's hard, just know that there is an option in the game to make it much easier. Yeah. And it's true. That's one thing that I've learned. So, like, playing Elden Ring, I learned that there was a way to teleport to a super, like, difficult area of the map. But the enemies there were, like super weak. In terms of, like, health. So you could just kinda spawn in, sneak attack one, delete it, and gain, like, a shit ton of runes. For, like, no reason. Okay. If the devil deal's good, we'll go with the devil deal. The devil deal's good, we're going with the devil deal. We're going evil this time! Yeah. Oh. I think that's a D20. Yes, it is. I'm gonna do the challenge room. Have I ever played Hades? No, I have not. I have never played Hades. I've seen a lot of people play it, and it does look interesting, but it also does not look like my... It doesn't totally look like my cup of tea. I'm tempted to play it, but I'm also not tempted enough to play it to buy it, if that makes sense. Ow, 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 ow. Pride strength build for Dark Souls 1. Never actually worked for me. Worked out in the end. That's fair. A Zweihander? Graveyard and Firelink Shrine. Oh, cool. Good to know. Also, can I just say this as something funny, like as someone who knows about weaponry? Zweihanders are hilarious because they are both a really cool sword and a really cool weapon, but they were used more like a spear than they were a sword. Like, I just find that so funny. Like, in real life, they were used much more like a spear. And the even funnier part about Zweihanders was when they were used, by like one person, you usually use them in more of a like swinging and like a very flourish style of fighting. Can we please get away from me? Thank you. There was a lot of like swinging them around in circles because you used it to create space for yourself. Right? You used the long reach of it to create space so that you wouldn't be overrun. That is one thing that I've always thought is really interesting. Yeah. Why Claymores specifically? Just liked them? Or is there like a specific reason? Like were you doing... Obviously you were probably doing HEMA. Because that would be one thing that I would love to do, is actually make weapons for HEMA. I think that would be super cool. Like making proper functional weapons for HEMA combatants. I think that would be so cool. But if you're doing that, you also need to create those weapons to be very, very durable, because they are actually going to be used in combat. It's not just like, oh yeah, they're going to hang on a wall and I'm going to swing it through like some Tetsumi mats occasionally. No, like this shit's going to be hitting armor. This shit's going to be hitting people. Nope. So yeah, if I start doing that, I'm gonna need to be able to construct these really well. $4'10". Okay. A heavier set claymore is as tall as I am, almost. Are you talking blade length or blade and hilt length? When you say 4'10". I know some would have said to go smaller, but having two hands on a bigger sword makes it much easier. Also blade and hilt. Okay. So I personally, when I have used weaponry like that, I personally enjoy hand-and-a-half swords. Wait, hold up. Can I sacrifice my incubus? Because if I can, I'm fucked. No. Okay. But it gives me 2 items. This is super cool. I'll take it. That worked really well. I like a thinner, kind of like, almost like leaf-shaped blade in a hand-and-a-half sword. Because I can use it with one hand if I need to, but then I can also add 2 hands for more, like, more power and more strike. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm a smaller man in terms of, like, physical stature. I'm only about 5'7". So I tend to prefer to use lighter weapons that are faster. Yeah, and, like, that's the thing, is, like, you can use them in so many different ways, which in and of itself is the interesting part. I love that I can do this with the tears, is, like, I can just run them at somebody now. Because I have controlled tears. But yeah, so, like, I prefer, like, whippier and a lot more agility. That being said, if I really have the choice... Oh my god, I just got Head of the Keeper. We are gonna be rich, baby! That being said, if I really have the choice of weaponry, I'm going to use something that is much more, versatile. So, like, if I had to pick any sort of physical weaponry to use in a fight, it would probably be an axe. Whether a two-handed or, like, a hand and a hat, like a polearm axe or a... Yeah, exactly. You can use it as a counterbalance. Yeah, a heavier sword can be used to counterbalance your own weight, which is super interesting and really cool. But yeah, so, like, my preference is using, like, an axe or a hatchet. But, yeah, like a light, long-handled axe, being able to swing that shit really fast, and also being able to use if it has a beard, being able to use the beard to hook and pull and control an enemy's weapon is so fun. And so... Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself with Fire Mine. I have 0 health, high damage, we are in trouble. But I do also agree with you. Having a large weapon also carries, like, an intimidation factor, almost. I think you got it. Thank you, Isaac Player. That's totally fair. I'm assuming you are from one of the Scandinavian countries, then? And that's totally fair. I actually quite enjoy using... Yeah, I was born in Norway but raised in Iceland. That's really cool. That takes all of my HP, doesn't it? Nope, it just gives me sort of HP, and we're just gonna leave. Cool. That's really cool. I'm actually a huge fan of Nordic-style broadswords. The one-handed broadswords that, like, because the hilt is so small, the pommel and the guard, like, rip your hand when you squeeze. I very much enjoy those swords. And again, you probably are kind of meh on them because you've grown up, like, learning about them and seeing them constantly at museums and everything like that. Whereas, like, I'm very Irish, so, like, I'm very used to, like, seeing, not claymores, but, yeah, they were meant to be paired with a shield. Or an offhanded weapon, but mostly a shield. Bad trip, cool, I just lost some health, but I'm gonna go and grab more. I can't, never mind. Oh. Some much older than others. That's also really cool. Okay. I can just use my invulnerability. I forgot I had it. Ha! See, and, like, that's something that I really, like, am sad about, like, where I live specifically. Because where I live specifically, a lot of that cultural, like, heritage of, like, having something that's 500 years old is, like, non-existent, essentially, where I live. Because, like, the country that I live in is so young, comparatively. Right? And the few bits of cultural heritage that do exist belong to the indigenous population. And I don't want to, like... I'm not the person that's gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm Canadian, I should get to learn... I should get some of this too. No, my descendants fucking, like, raped and murdered all of this away from that people. I don't really want to take that from them. Ouch. But there are a lot of very cool... I don't know if you guys have ever seen some of the weaponry, like the traditional weaponry that gets used by... We call them the First Nations. Or, like, the Aboriginal population. At least that's what I do. But some of their traditional weapons are fucking scary, dude. Like, they had their own version of a shillelagh. And, like, that shit was scary. Also, I just absolutely love that people are like, oh, hockey is Canada's national sport. No, it's not. Fun trivia question. What is Canada's national sport? Without Googling it, what is Canada's national sport if you had to guess? Hockey. I don't know, curling? It is neither of those things. It's a game called lacrosse. It was invented by the First Nations. Hating the French, that too. That is a no, that's a national pastime. That's not a national sport. That's a national pastime. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched lacrosse played. It's fucking vicious. It's hockey without the skates and running and sticks that you're allowed to beat each other with. Like, it's an angry sport. It is a very angry sport. I also just love the joke that it's like, Canadians are so nice. Dude, we're the reason the Geneva Convention exists. We're not the reason, but we are a very prominent part of why the Geneva Convention exists. What's the joke? Hey, Alaska, how are you feeling, buddy? Well, successful war criminal on my left, unsuccessful war criminal on my right. I think I feel pretty safe. Oh yeah, lacrosse is super fun. I've only played it in very, like, casual settings and not trying to kill each other. The other 50% of that is because Germany existed in the 1920s. Yeah, true. Accurate. But yeah, like, if you actually go and, like, look up some of the stuff that Canada did during that time period, it's fucked up, man. Like, we're a fucked up people. Wait a fucking minute. Is that what I think it is? Vanishing Twin. He wants revenge. I actually don't know what this does. I'm not risking that. I do want to go kill this frickin' demon beggar up here, though. Oh. Ooh, doubles the boss, but adds an extra boss reward. That is going to make, that's going to make some of the final bosses pretty difficult, isn't it? Or does it count for final bosses? Yeah, this is gonna be fucking chaos. I just gotta kill one of these little bastards. Ouch, 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 ouch. Please stop trying to kill me. Please, oh please, oh please. Yeah, I'm dead. Of course it had to be Sister Viss that it doubles. It couldn't have been like fucking Larry. Dead bird! Buddy! Where's Valkyrie? Valkyrie, the dead bird is here! Honestly, that was a worse boss it probably could have doubled. Oh, no, seriously, it was. That was, like, the shittiest boss it could have doubled. Like, I went from having some room to move around to absolutely zero room to move around. Oh, we're fucked. Ouch. I wonder where the idea of horned helmets came from. I can actually tell you, because this is a really interesting thing that I learned about. The idea of horned helmets came from the English wanting to make the Vikings look like barbarians. They came from propaganda, essentially. The same way that it was propaganda that the Vikings were very, like, unclean and not, like, they had zero hygiene and yada yada. The Vikings were actually extremely clean people because they had to be. If you were living on a boat for, like, 3 months, you had to be clean. Otherwise, you fucking died because you got some disease. So, like, I find it really entertaining. Yeah, and like, that was the thing. Like, that was why it was so funny. is like most of the women, when they like came there, would pay more attention to the Viking males and men because they were cleaner. Yeah, take a fucking bath, maybe someone will fuck you. Come out, right? Like, it's so funny. I know a couple people like that in real life. Well, I don't know them, but there's a lot of people out there that it just makes me laugh, where they're like, you know, I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. Go take a bath. That might fix the problem, or fix some of the problem. Which is sad. It makes me sad. Also, these BBFs are gonna fucking kill me. They are 110% going to murk me. God fucking damn it. But yeah, like, one of the biggest things that I've been studying more recently is I want to learn how to make steel. Like, I want to learn how to make real, like, crucible steel and bloomery steel, so, like... No, and it's so funny, like, the amount of people that... Like, and I understand not having the confidence, maybe, because that is, in and of itself... Yeah, just killed me. God damn it. Alright. Oh my god! Big stretch. Ugh. I am going to run away for a hot minute, because I need to go to the washroom. I will go and grab Sammy, so you guys can speak to Sammy. Ursa, that is such a degrading sentence, but I hate that it's so true in a lot of ways. I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick, guys. I'm gonna leave Sammy with you. Please be nice to Sammy, and he will be nice to you. Where's Panda when I need him? Panda is usually Sammy's voice. Speak to them, Sammy. Give them serotonin. Alrighty. Well, I didn't expect him to still be streaming. It's a 50-50 shot. Thanks. Yeah, it's one of those things where it makes me sad. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still super excited that we had so many people raid in and so many of you guys are still here. Even if you're just lurking, I want you guys all to know that I really appreciate it. Like, this means a whole lot to me. And again, I know he's probably asleep now, but thank you again, Tuxie. It's super awesome that I get to actually have friends like that are willing to, like, just come in and just, like, drop people in my stream and just be like, have fun, go! Oh, he better be sleeping. Dude, that guy, he's such a freaking wild card, man. Like, I was talking to him a while ago and he was like, yeah, I haven't slept in like 15 hours. And I was like, bro, go the fuck to sleep. Hashtag respect. Sleep is for the weak. Bro, feed them. My tears now grow. I don't like this item, but it's the first item, and I'm hoping I can use it to my advantage somehow. No, it is really sad, and I'm very, very lucky. So, like, my partner is... First off, my partner is an absolutely wonderful human being. She is extremely... she's extremely good to me. She has been supporting me through streaming and my blacksmithing and trying to get my business off the ground for like 8 months already. While paying a mortgage and like everything else. And the funniest part is like... How do I put this? We didn't really... Like, we worked together before. And like, that's how we met. And it's really funny to me when you look back at, like, how life goes. Because I was definitely a shitty kid. I'll put it that way. I was definitely one of those shitty kids that, was definitely not someone you would want to introduce to your parents. I'll put it that way. Not necessarily in the sense of, like, doing bad things like drugs or anything like that, or drinking a lot. But I was just an asshole. I was just a dickhead. I liked cars, I liked racing, I liked being a dumbass and possibly trying to kill myself with, you know, racing and being a dumbass. But you grow up, and it's been very interesting looking back at my life and going, man, how the fuck did I get here? But now, kind of the goal is to just start blacksmithing. Like, that's the goal. My goal is to... Well, so here's one thing that I read that I thought was actually quite interesting. A lot of the men kind of in, like, this next generation coming up have decided to be single more because a lot of the time they just don't want to... They're okay with being alone. Like, they've become much more content with being alone. And that is both a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like, my little brother is a perfect example of this. My little brother has just chosen to be single for the last, like, 8 years or so, right? And he's just like, I have a dog, I enjoy, like, living by myself with my dog and just, like, going to work. Yeah, and disloyalty is a huge thing as well. Like, And I'm super thankful that, like, my partner doesn't have any of those traits. She has just been a very happy, or not very happy, a very quiet, content. Yeah, no, and it's true. Like, it's really sad. Basically, it's boiling down to, so one of the things that I enjoy is we have gone from a society where physical attributes and strength and skill have been exchanged for financial skill. But the problem is it's not a skill. Financial skill is not a skill, it's just finances. It's just being... I dropped my phone, ignore that. Mojeje. And that's the sad part. So, like, a lot of the people that end up having partners and, like, girlfriends or anything like that, that are of the category that just want someone who makes a lot of money, are one of two people. They're people that come from a lot of money. Yes, and that is not true. Most men want some sort of emotional connection too, and a lot of... Yeah, it's like that one meme, and it's very true. Like, the one thing that a lot of people don't understand, and it makes me very sad, is most men have just given up on feeling emotion. 6'5" blue eyes. Yeah, no, and it's sad. It's really, truly sad. Okay, chat. Devil deals or angel deals? Hit me with it. Are we doing devil deals or angel deals? Do I want to sacrifice health or not? Killer Canoe says angel. You need your health. True, I do. Angel. B2W go angel. Yeah. Okay, everyone says angel. But yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Ursa. It's very, very sad that a lot of people, they have such an unrealistic expectation of what guys should be like and what, like, even what dating should be like. And it's very, very sad. Like, one of my really good friends, Gymnast Kid, he has wanted to have a partner and be in a relationship for so long. But he just, like, at the same time, he has standards, and a lot of the times those standards are not met when he meets people. Y'all can do that. See, and that's the funny part too, is those are traditionally masculine jobs. But it's not just that they're traditionally masculine jobs, it's that a lot of the times men physically are just better equipped for it. Like, that's the thing too. And that's not me being, you know, misogynistic. Like, a lot of people need to realize that there is a difference between how men and women physically are built. Hello, Vulkiz! Welcome to the chat. We are tackling some rather interesting discussion topics right now. We started at blacksmithing, but we have thus gradually turned into whatever it is we're talking about now. And that's one thing that I really find interesting. Like, if a woman wants to... Oh yeah, social media has completely sucked the life out of people, and I find that really ironic because I am someone who is on social media, like, literally. Men suck. I am a 25-year-old man. See, here's the fun part. I don't think that men suck. I think the ideologies and the boxes that men get put into is what sucks. And it also depends on what your experiences are, right? A lot of women can be complete and total dickheads, and so can men. I think it really, really, truly depends on who you are. Discord doesn't count. I'm not talking about Discord. I am talking about, like, technically Twitch is a social media. It is a form of media that is social. Ego plus emotional immaturity makes up a large percentage of men. I will not disagree with that. However, I would not classify those people as men. I would classify them as boys. To me, that is the biggest difference. And a lot of the things that people don't realize... is men don't emotionally and psychologically mature until they're about 30. Whereas women emotionally... Thank you for the follow, Volkiz. Or Volksy? Volksy? Is that how I say your name? Mm-hmm. Yes! Volksy, yeah. Okay, cool. And, like, that's one of the things, too, is, like... So, I was very lucky. I grew up with an extremely present father figure. Admittedly, he was not the greatest father figure in terms of other reasons. However, he was still a very present father figure. And he was very, very good. Volk and Valk. You're not wrong. I will probably fuck it up once or twice. I'll just start calling him Vulcan. And that's true, too. That's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, is most men mask. Most men suffer from needing to try and perform. They need to perform an act of, like, what they think the person wants. And that, to me, is the biggest problem. Also, porn addiction is in it. Oh my god, 110%. I think that is another completely and totally funny thing. But I think it goes both ways for men and women. The porn addiction thing. Just women don't watch porn, they just read it. And that's something that really aggravates me too. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, and there's gonna be some people that get pissed off about this. Both men and women... See, and that's the thing, is like, you can still turn out okay, but if you don't have someone to teach you how to be a good person, that is the problem, right? And Isaac, you may have turned out to be a perfectly good human being, right? But I would say you are one of the minority in that sense. A lot of the men and boys that I know are not like that. Especially the ones that have not had a prominent father figure. But no, what I was going to say, the thing that really aggravates me, you will hear so many women go on about how porn is terrible and it's you know, leading to all these problems with men and relationships and everything. And then I just want to point at like 90% of the smut books that they read. To be like, okay. And at this rate, you're gonna need a safe word reward like Moon. Honestly, I can put that in there if you guys would like that. If we start talking about a topic that is triggering or unhappy, please tell me and we will change the topic. Yes, please. All right, we will change the topic. And it's true, it is a different structure in the brain. But we are going to change topics now, please and thank you. And we are going to change topics to what is one of your favorite historical weaponry, pieces of weaponry. These can either be handheld weaponry, i.e. Zweihanders, axes, broadswords, longswords, or it can be siege weaponry, i.e. trebuchets. And I know this is a jarring switch, but please, be understanding. Crossbow. Crossbows are very, very interesting. Flail. I don't know how to spell it. I like the arrows that have bulbs on the end filled with ceramic. I think you mean filled with oil. The bulbs were ceramic. The Kuna knives? Are you talking about kunai or kuna? Because I think they are a different thing. I'll have to think on that. Yeah, there's a lot. Crossbows, I think, are really interesting because... Kiriko? I don't know what a Kiriko is. Because if we are talking about kunai, the really cool thing about kunai specifically is kunai were actually not originally a weapon. Shoots kunai knives. Oh. I'm gonna go drop this out here. I'm gonna go pick up Ace of Clubs and turn these all into bombs, because bombs are useful. The frying pan nuncha. The panchakus. I said an ancient weapon, not a ridiculous weapon. Though those are hilarious. Ouch. What about the frying pan from PUBG? It's just another weapon from PUBG. I've never played PUBG, but I know that, like, you can get a frying pan as a weapon. To be fair, though, if we're talking about video game weapons, my favorite video game weapon is the, my favorite video game weapon is the comically large spoon. From Rainbows. Is it... No, it's, God damn it. Payday. From Payday 2. Comically large spoon. Yellowhorn from Destiny. I thought you would have said BFG. Dude, the BFG is, like, overrated. You never use it in Doom, ever. Because you want to save the ammo, because you're like, I gotta save this for the big boss, but then you beat the big boss without ever needing to use it. So you just, like, hoard BFG ammo. But yeah, one of my favorite, like, more ancient weapons is the kukri. Anyone think Borderlands 4 will be good? Oh, good lord. Oh my god! How is this gonna work with That's dangerous! We are playing a very dangerous game now. For those of you that don't know, Ipecac does shit tons of damage. I need to find explosion immunity immediately. Like, immediately. Otherwise, I am fucked. No, fucked. Just fucked. I'm just fucked. Oh, E, ooh. This one. Because now we just get permanent devil deals. Ouch. I'm just trying to avoid this fucker. Ouch. Oh, good lord. Ah, I might be dead here. I'm not dead! Ah! Because I forgot it was permanent angel deals. I forgot that's what it was. The irony is I think I'm still gonna need to use bombs to find secret rooms. Man, I'm so stressed now. I'm running on 1 HP. I'm running on 1 hit. Give me soul hearts, please. Fucking blow my nose. Everyone's freaking mowing their grass today. There's like, I've heard lawnmowers going for the last like fucking hour and a half. Oh, I can breathe again. Christ. Oh god, a soul heart. A Yara rune that we can use. Please drop more soul hearts. Please, please, please. Thank you. Oh, we use this. Drops a soul heart. Use this. Gets... Oh, whoopsie. Wrong thing. 6 soul hearts. Let's go! We're back to being healthy! Maybe. Probably still gonna die. I might honestly need to get rid of, the tears that eat tears. Based. Leave me the fuck alone, man. You can continue with the conversation if you want. No problem, Valkyrie. But yeah, my general opinion. Yeah, have a good rest of the day, Valk. Has anyone ever seen or heard of... God, what's the frickin' weapon called? Like, I said kukri, but there's another one. Falchions. I couldn't remember the name of them. Ouch. I think falchions are a super cool weapon. Ouch. Oh, hey! Oh, hey! Now my biggest problem is just going to be finding HP. And being able to keep my HP. My boyfriend likes falchions. Falchions are a really interesting weapon. Because there's so many different designs of them. Because they were originally meant to be like a cavalry weapon. Oh my god, we have so much damage! We're getting so much damage on the one thing that we don't need damage on this time. I gotta get my tier speed up. Coin key. Eternal Heart, nice. Yeah, I'm debating doing that, but I also want to try and do it without cheating. Oh, why'd I do that? Can't even get anything from it yet. Boom. Please be a good pill. Please be a good pill. Please. Oh, God. Wait, that doesn't affect me. Because it's my little dude. Oh, you rat bastard, you. Oh good, I got auto buddy. I got auto turret, baby. Dead. But yeah, there's been a couple weapons that I've found now that I'm like, ooh, I like that. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, some of them are like really fucking wild. Hello? Where's the last end? Where's the last enemy? Thank you. I need to get more H again. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Help, 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 help. There we go. Let me in! A dime? Stars. We got a 1% planetarium! And it's Terra! And I just got Dark Bomb, I think. Oh, Hierophant. Oh, baby. We got Dry Baby. Houston, we have a chance. There is a chance for survival. We got a 1% planetarium. So for every item room you skip, there's a chance you get a planetarium, and the percent chance goes up for every item room you skip. However, there is also a chance that you just get a planetarium for no reason. The Fool. The Chariot. Like, you'll get, like, a 1% planetarium. And those are really awesome. Yes. We are going to try and murder this enemy, which we definitely managed to do. Boop. Screw. Really nice. Don't know what the item is. Don't really care. Jesus juice. Man, we have so much damage. I just need health. Like, I seriously just need health. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Also, no, we cannot blow up the bomb beggar. Why I didn't even try. Say what now? Crawl space for free? I'm like seriously relying on all of my other followers. Because I forgot that Chariot worked on Demon Beggars, if you want my honesty. Oh my god, we have a little Gertie. Guys, we have so much chaos now. There's so many little Oh, good lord. Yeah. Just gotta take the damage at that point in time. Just gotta take it. Don't think there's a way we get through that. Would have lasted. Yeah, it would last longer because of Tarot Cloth. Ay! Oh, this is bad. Yo! Why? I also completely forget that the leech, like, also, like, gives me health. Oh, we got a Yura. Keep the Yara rune. Let's clean up my hookah. That water was gross. Oh, good God. I used to smoke a hookah. I have not smoked a hookah in quite a while now.
The moon.
Oh, that's yucky. When I had one, I usually cleaned it like every single time I used it. I clean mine like once a week. Rough. Yeah, no, it was one of the few things where I was like, this is going, like, in my lungs. I'm gonna try and make it as clean as possible. Even though it's very ironic because I'm smoking, so it's, like, already, like, not a good thing to put in your lungs, but you get what I mean. Okay, I gotta go find the, gotta go find a, Fool card. Oh my god, help me! I have so many little buds! I have so many little friends! Oh, this is ridiculous! Oh, that's yuck. That's yuck. Yeah, I had a really, really nice hookah, actually. Mine was made out of, like, hardwood. I'm just here for the chaos. I'm just trying to stay out of the way of the explosions. Like, mine had a glass bulb. Oh, good God. Like, mine had a glass bulb. But the actual, like, base, like, the actual, like, thing that held it and, like, the stem and everything. Because I haven't gotten things that give me conjoined. I'm seriously gonna have to rely on my buddies to kill things. And we're gonna need to try and blow up every single fire. Hey, that worked. Ooh, that's pretty useful. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello? What was that? Sorry, I remember I stopped using this tube because I got so drunk and peed in my closet in my stupor, so I peed on this tube. Jesus, my guy. That's absolutely wild to me. I have never been that intoxicated in my life. And I'm 30. When a lady gotta go, she gotta go. I mean, you're not wrong. Holy Christ. That's kind of funny, actually. I can't remember. There's a word for that. Like, there's an actual word for that. Someone who gets drunk quickly and sober quickly. Oh my god. I feel like skipping stone would kill me.
A fortune.
We get double the power. Yeah, that's really interesting, because, like, I don't really partake in any of that. Nicotine is kind of my one vice. And scotch. I like scotch. I am an old man. Wow, this thing still hasn't paid out. Holy Christ. Okay, well, we're gonna pick up some cards. The devil. Oh, temperance. The Hierophant.
The Hierophant.
Doesn't the Hermit take me to
The Hermit.
here? Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Rainbow Worm. And I'm gonna go drop it in here so that I get my red key piece. Oh wait, I did unlock Lilith, so I don't need my red key piece. I just need to beat Dogma. Like, I'm so lightweight, I drank a wine cooler beer from Seagram's this morning in Tuxie's chat. One beer, normal size bottle, and I got drunk. Things look good on this fight. Yeah, I'm still fucking skeptical because it's me. Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you pretty small? Like, physically small? So that definitely would not help your situation. Because again, like, I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol too. So and I'm physically bigger than you, but I also don't drink, like, at all, which I find really ironic because I work in a liquor store.
You mean it's gone? How can you have spent our savings?
Yeah, I don't drink, but I work in a liquor store. That's ironic as fuck. Yeah, I know it is. I'm gonna just see how skipping stone works. Oh, that's fucking terrible. Oh, that's going to kill. I need to remove that. I genuinely need to remove that. Bro, that's ironic as fuck. It is. Yeah, I don't really drink. So yes, I agree. It is very ironic that I work in a liquor store. But, see, here's the thing. Most people that work in... You work as a medical examiner currently. That's pretty cool. So, like, one of the things that a lot of people find funny is like, oh, you don't drink, but you work in a liquor store. There are two types of people that work in bars and liquor stores, at least where I live. The people that work in bars either are completely sober all the time, they don't drink at all, or they're alcoholics. Same thing with liquor stores. They either do not drink at all because they get to see what happens to people all the time, or they're alcoholics. And I wish I was kidding. I really, really wish I was kidding. Yeah, it's kind of just a sad truth of the matter. Ouch. Honestly, I feel like the chariot might be more useful for me. See, like, that's the thing, though, is, like, actually getting, like, a proper bartender's license. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I was worried about that. Please, little guy, just pay out on the first go. Oh, you glorious bastard! Oh, yes! We have HP. Because of personal choice, I'm not going to do that, but good suggestion. Alright, let's get the fuck out.
He's self-destructive and disturbs just like his father. Look at who he has to look up to. You're trying to get on you. Shut up, man.
Yeah, most bar jobs will actually pay well. In tips, at least.
We'll be fine without you. Abandon us like you abandoned yourself.
Oh no. Guys, I have 2 incubuses now. Point of fact. We got some of it back. Ah! I'm just playing dodgeball. At this point in time, I'm just playing dodgeball. That's all I'm doing. So what do you do exactly, Ursa? Like working as like a medical examiner. Like do you have like your medicine degree? Or like what does that mean? Because like you live in a different part of the world than I do. So I just don't know. Like, what does a medical examiner actually do where you live? Well, we live on the same continent, just countries south of... Oh, you're in the States. Okay. Oh boy. Health. Ouch. Because I know, like, where I live, being a nurse is very, very, very difficult. Ouch. Okay, can you please fucking stop? Usually what'll happen with me is they'll have the CSI guys come in, do their thing, then I come in and go over what they did and take medical point on rather than evidential. Oh, that's really cool. But also need a law degree in some states. Wow. I mean, that kind of makes sense, needing a law degree.
You need to confess your sins and become
But I also, like, disagree with it.
light inside you cleanse your soul.
Come on, little buddies. Give me HP, please.
Pray for your spirit. Come, pray with us.
Ah, yeah. Fuck me. Damn it. Alrighty. It is noon o'clock my time. So we're gonna be done for the day. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid. No. Yeah. I don't know if you're saying no about me leaving to go and raid or no. I will attempt to. We're gonna see who is live. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I had a really awesome time. Holy shit, Panda and Moon are both live, so we're gonna go and drop you guys off at their conjoined stream. Thank you for stopping by, Ursa, and thank you all of the people who stayed in chat and all the people who rated in. Thank you so much. I had an absolutely wonderful time. And I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. At around the same time. So if anyone is interested and wants to come and hang out, please do. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming by, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Good one.